At Armadillo Records, one of the great record stores in the country in Davis, California, and I'm talking to...
Paul Wilbur. I am the manager of Armadillo and have been for about 25 years.
Well, you just got through Record Day.
Yeah, got through the whole thing. Our line went around the building, and our building is pretty big. Thousands of people, I think, through the course of the day came through the store, at least 1,000. But people were lining up for all the exclusives that came out just on that day. And we always have a few left at the end of the day, and people are excited. We actually have people call us from other states and say, do you still have this? And we mail it off to them. And all the stores are willing to do that. But if you're an independent store and you participate in Record Store Day, it's a lot of fun. It's a big energy day for record stores.
Well, they have a lot of fun in Casper doing it. What kind of offerings did you have that was kind of unique?
This year it was all about Sabrina Carpenter, who's a pop artist, released a 45 that was very, very limited. We got 2. The people who bought them were in line almost 24 hours before we opened.
Oh my God.
To get those pieces. Noah Kahn, who's a popular kind of alt country guy, he had a release. Olivia Rodrigo did a 45 with him. Yeah, it was kind of just mostly the pop stuff seems to be the big heavy hitters. But every year every Record Store Day has something like that.
Well, and with records kind of getting bigger, and they're not ignoring it anymore.
No, they can't, and we can't. I mean, it is literally, we have the situation in our particular store where there's also an event called Picnic Day in Davis. It's run by the university, and it's a massive party day in Davis. So we had both of them on the same day. So it creates a different vibe when you come into our store, because we also happen to have a bar. So you got alcohol being served, you got records being sold, you've got Picnic Day going on outside, Record Store Day going on inside. So yeah, it's fun. But I think it's nice that you have a seasoned vet in the store, because it could be overwhelming if it's your first time trying to manage that and figure out what that looks like.
Well, and you gotta stick with the rules, and you said some try to break them.
Yeah.
And they're clever about it.
Yeah, customers, for the most part, these are all people that we see all the time. But we do get a lot of people who've never been in our store before. And so having some guy with a little bit of gray in his beard telling you what to do and where to be kind of throws some people off. But overall, it's really cool. They all seem to be participating and enjoying it and being a part of it.
Your place has been around for a long, long time. And to what you owe the success, because you got a little bit of everything in here. You got merchandise, and you got used CDs and a bunch of things.
I got a couple of things that we've always stuck to, is that a store like us surviving in 2024, when you've got the internet, you're not going to do one thing that's going to be the thing that makes you go. It's going to be 1,000 little things. That seems to be what our customers appreciate. I think it works for a store like this. I think also Davis is unique. Davis is a town that doesn't necessarily have although we do have some big box stores, and that we do have people that shop online, there's also a community that understands the importance of having a store like this in downtown Davis. And so when you come to a town like ours and you walk in downtown and they've got an independent record store and an independent sandwich shop and an independent coffee shop, that means something to people, because you could fly into a lot of cities and they've got 3 or 4 businesses and we can all name them, and that's their town. And we're a little special, and I like that about it.
But it's the hometown feel, because you could get a lot of stuff on the internet, but this just has an attitude about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a store that has variety. We're a college town, so you have a younger infusion of new folks coming in every year. You've also got old timers like myself, people that have been here for 20, 30, 40 years, who are the color of the store. They come into the store and they're the norms of our brand of cheers here. And it's great. It makes it really, really fun. It makes it a great place to work, makes it a great place to shop.
Do you think the record thing is a quick and out deal, or what shows you it has legs?
Okay, first of all, just hush with that talk. I hope it has legs. I have a great collection. A lot of my customers seem to be very into it. Some people have been into it for 5, 6, 10 years already. Vinyl never fully went away. But the young kids, I think, really have bought into the idea of owning part of their favorite artists. Those of us with a little bit of gray on our head, we, have always felt a connection to the artists that we love, because we've always owned their records and we cherish them. Kids had a phone, and that is not a connection to the artist. Everybody has a phone. But if you've got a copy of their record, Well, now you own a little bit of that artist. And I think they get it. I think they get I want to support the artists I love. I want to be a part of the community. And I think the internet has really I think it's a little bit of a backlash to like my whole life is on my phone. My whole life is on my computer. Now I have a community. I go in, I know the guy at the local record store. I see the same faces when I go in. Because we have a bar here, I think a lot of people like, I can go in there and sit and I know I'll probably see person X, person Y, and person Z.
Listen.
You can listen.
Where are they?
Right over there.
Over here.
Listening stations. So yeah, if there's an old record in here that's $1 or an old record in here that's $100, if you want to listen to it, you can.
Or a grab bag, for instance.
Oh yeah, and that's the fun part. That's the thing that people do is they come in here. It's a place to hang out that isn't a restaurant, and that's always kind of you can only eat dinner once in a night, but you can always go to the record store and hang out for 2 or 3 hours and not see everything.
So what do you say about the sound that makes it for you?
It's personal. I think in the end, it's me actually being deliberate. I think that a lot of the if you've ever been in a room with Alexa and you yell out a song, and then after that you go, okay, now what? You know, and it's not as fun. It's going, hey, we're gonna listen to this Merle Haggard record. We're gonna pop this Merle Haggard record on. We're gonna listen to this right now, you and I together in its entirety, front and back. And it might be a new experience for you. It might be a new experience for me. It might be an old experience to us both.
But we can't pop around on it. It's got to go.
You can't pop around on it. You sit and you listen to it as the way Merle intended it, and you have that connection to Merle. And I think that's what people that's the allegiance they have to vinyl is, I'm committing to this artist. I'm going to listen to this record. I'm going to engage it. I'm going to experience the art the way it was intended, and I'm not going to shortchange the artist by jumping around to tracks. I'm actually going to go through everything as they put it on there. And it kind of holds the artist a little bit, to a different level. If you're going to spend money to put it on a record rather than just throwing it up on iTunes, that's an investment. You better make sure you're putting your best foot forward because you're committing that to well beyond your existence on this planet. It'll be here long after you're gone.
Well, and thank goodness you guys are still around, and Armadillo Records been around for a long time. You're ever in Davis, California, well, look them up, and you might see them. Actually, are they on the internet?
Yeah, you can. You can visit us, armadillomusic.com. We're on there too. We sell on some of the online formats, but we do try to keep the majority of our business running straight through the brick and mortar part because that's what our customers come here for. They come to find those records that they're not finding other places. And so we want to accommodate them.
Well, we appreciate you, and thanks for talking with us.
Absolutely. I'm glad to do it. And good luck to the record stores there in Jasper. Very, very cool. Support those independent stores because if you don't, they go away.
You're right. All right. Thanks again.
You're very welcome.